What's up guys, and welcome to today's video. Today's video is quite a chilled one. I'm simply just going to talk about my watch list. I think every investor has a watch list, and I think it's just sometimes nice just to go through it and justify why you're actually looking at that stock and that company. So let's get on with it. Flash up any articles or any company logos as I talk about them, and I'm literally going to do a speed run through because I've got quite a lot on my watch list and I just want to get it all done in one take. So let's go. So first of all, I got Legal & General. Why? 7% yield, and they've been having a particularly strong financial kind of run over the years, and I like them as a company, as a safe kind of dividend stock. Great. Apple, quality company. I think they've got an upside coming up, which is the growth of their phones, kind of 5G coming in, which means a whole new fresh set of phones they can sell everybody, all those Apple lovers out there. However, not invested currently because I think it's currently overpriced. Next is Alphabet, one of the FANG stocks. I think, this is very simple. You're on YouTube, which is a platform run by Google. So, they are massive and I want to be part of that. But again, I think a tiny bit too expensive. I'm looking at that 1300 mark. If there was a big crash, sneak in there. But anyway, great company, always watching it. And I do eventually want to own a share of Google one time. Next is Activision. So this is to do with gaming. So Activision Activision Blizzard do World of Warcraft. They do Diablo. They do I can't think. I just can't right now. But gaming industry has had year-on-year growth, which is massive. I see it as a sector which is going to continue to increase. So you've got esports coming in, which is really, really big. But yeah. And I think gaming had a massive boost in lockdown because everybody was stuck inside. Gaming had a really good sales quarter that time. So I think, gaming is something I'm interested in as a hobby, so I do tend to follow those stocks. But I'm not sure where I see them as a stock. I'm just interested in following them as a company, so I follow them as a stock. Next is Disney, the big Diz. Basically, one line, Disney Plus. I think the company itself has a lot of risk. I think it's heavily leveraging debt. It does carry a lot of debt, but I do see the plus side of if it can ramp up Disney Plus and get that going, that's super positive for the future of Disney. And I think it is one of those snowball effects where currently Disney Plus isn't profitable, but as that goes forward, and you get those subscriptions, people tend to get hooked into subscription. It's just a constant money feed. I think obviously Disney has some amazing IPs, but they did destroy Star Wars, and I will never forgive them for that. They absolutely ruined it. I don't even talk about that. The next one is AMD. So I guess I follow AMD just because of they were the rival competitor to Nvidia. And Nvidia has had a massive surge of interest recently, and their stock prices shot up because they've diversified into data centers, which I think are going to be really important in the future. And AMD, I always saw as like a competitor in the graphics card and CPU aspect of it. But I'm interested in kind of where they're going to take that part of their business, so I just follow them and I follow their news quite a lot, because if they did go into the data center, it would also be I think a big boost in their share price. EA, the evil people of EA, again follow it because same as Activision, gaming industry, and I think that's going to go up. Netflix, is there really much to say about this? This is the king of all subscription services. It was around before all of us knew we were in this Netflix trap of once you've subscribed, you never desubscribe. And I think Goldman Sachs has just placed, well, they haven't, but they had a $670 price tag on Netflix, which is really interesting. because it's a lot higher than the current target, and I think it definitely does have it. If it can keep growing subscriptions the rate it has, that'd be really good for the business. Next, I've got Walmart. So I've been watching Walmart for some time. Interestingly, it has just launched its kind of online service, which, you know, is it the next Amazon? I don't know, but I think it's something to take into consider because of Walmart's you know, supply chain and the way that it's set up internally. It does have access to thousands of products, and if it could flip that on online, could we see a competitor to Amazon? I doubt it, but you know, always worth a shot. Obviously, I've got Amazon on here. I think that's just for pure interest to see how far high the stock can go and how rich we can make Jeff Bezos. Because even owning a point of a share would be great. I do want to own some Amazon. I just haven't had enough chance to diversify into that yet. Right, what else have we got? CDPR, CD Projekt Red. These guys are making Cyberpunk 2077, which is going to be the kick-ass game of the year. So all of you gamers out there, it's definitely going to be an amazing game. And they had a massive hype around their stock where they overtook Ubisoft as the most or the highest market cap gaming company in Europe. But yeah, very excited for the game and just follow the stock out of general interest. Johnson & Johnson, obviously want to get into them. Dividend kings. Basically, there's not really much to say about Johnson & Johnson. I mean, they are something you invest now and you are safe for life in terms of your dividends. Yeah, they're on mine. I do want to pick up a share. I think I'm going to wait until the markets are kind of over this COVID period to pick up a Johnson & Johnson share. But I think I'm going to get a couple shares just to have a safe dividend nest. PepsiCo, same again, dividends kings. You know, I love Pepsi Max, so but I mean, I didn't know how many products these guys. I'll throw up a picture here of all their products. I definitely didn't know how many products they did, and I definitely am watching them because they are, again, a dividends consumer product. So I do want to have them in my portfolio just as a kind of a snowball effect for my portfolio. Tesla, I missed the boat. Go back and watch my last video all about the Tesla hype train, but I've definitely missed it. But who doesn't want a piece of the pie? I certainly do want a piece of the pie. I'm just going to wait until the price drops a tiny bit, but it's definitely on my watch list. It's something I'm going to watch. Next is a small company. Nobody who's in the US will ever know this company. It's called Greencoat UK Wind. It is essentially a UK-based mainland wind farm company, and the UK has set a carbon net zero target by 2050, and it's heavily going to rely on renewable resources. I do want to diversify my portfolio into utilities just to have some kind of constant dividends, and this is quite a good dividends of 4.5%, so very happy with that. But yeah, they are on my watch list and they're relatively cheap. I'm just waiting to put some large kind of we'll get a large bit of cash and put some in there, but I haven't got round to it yet, but I am watching that stock. GSK and AstraZeneca. So these guys are large UK pharmaceutical companies. I do want to get into pharmaceutical companies, but I am still a bit skeptical in terms of, if you look at the volatility of GSK over the years, it's been up and down like a yo-yo. It's not a nice straight upward curve. It's very volatile. But GSK has a really good, but it has a nice dividend of 5%, which I can get behind. That's why I'm watching them. And AstraZeneca has had a lot of hype recently because they joined with Oxford, and they are potentially the company who is going to come up with the cure for everything. But yeah, they got a lot of the hype for that, and they've recently, I didn't know this, but become the biggest market cap company on the FTSE 100. So there's a fact for you guys. Next I've got Sony. So to me, Sony is a different cutting edge technology than Microsoft. I know it from obviously its gaming aspect, but Sony is a really diversified technology company. It does music, films, video games, products. It has a really diverse range of products, and it's something I do want to get into and buy a few shares. So that's why that's on there. Virgin Galactic, obviously got to get on this hype train. I'm definitely watching this. So there's loads of videos out there currently on YouTube, but Virgin Galactic potentially could be, the next Tesla for all we know. And I think it is just building hype. And they are just waiting for their commercial license to fly people into space. So when they get the commercial license, that's I think when, no pun intended, the stock will take off. That was terrible. But yeah, number 17 is Duke Realty Income. So these are a REIT in America which specialise in large industrial big warehouses for companies like Amazon and massive logistics centres. And I think where I've got some office and retail REITs in my portfolio, I really want to get some like industrial just land, because I think that's something that we're going to use in America, is that kind of massive land space to do have these big logistics centres and massive factories that big industrial companies are going to have. So Amazon warehouses, things like that. And the dividend is quite nice on it, so check it out. Last of all, so guys, the last one is Qualcomm. So I definitely want to get into some 5G tech. I see it as something that is going to be the future going forward, and I think as we go into the next technological age, 5G will be a massive part of it, because it will be how we instantaneously transport information, not just between one device and another, but multiple devices at once. This is where you have things like IoT come in, which is really cool. So yeah, that is my watch list. Oh, one more. There's actually one more on my watch list, and that is Starbucks. I don't know why I've got that. I'm a massive, massive coffee drinker, and I definitely fancied a Starbucks, so I looked at their share price, and it's just hanging on the end of my watch list. Cool guys, so those are the things on my watch list. I also have a few other things. So I also have the ETFs that I'm currently watching on my watch list, and I also go into those ETFs and I look at the holdings within them and copy those holdings onto a separate watch list, so I can go back and basically look at the actual holdings in an ETF to understand, so say all of the holdings are down on the next day, I know the ETF might be down a bit, and that's kind of how I manage my ETFs. I look at I create watch lists based on the individual holdings. But yeah guys, that is my watch list. I hope you've enjoyed the video today. Smash the like button, comment down below, let me know what's on your watch list. Are you on the EV hype train that is happening? Are you watching more dividends type stocks? I'm watching definitely quite a few dividends stocks I definitely want to get involved in. What are the stocks you guys are watching? Let me know down below. Let me know anything I should add to my watch list, any new stocks, any tips, just drop them down below. Anyway, hope you guys had an amazing day. Catch you next time. Bye.